Okay, I'm going to call the meeting of the Coos Bay Urban Renewal Agency to order, and our first item on the agenda is public comments. And since we have none, we will move on to our first action item, which is consideration to approve the improvement grant request for 1200 Newmark Avenue in Empire. And Nicole, you're going to take that?
Yes, I'm going to get us started, and I believe the applicant is here, so if we have questions or anything, I'm sure he'd be willing to step up and discuss. So the property owner for 1200 Newmark Avenue has submitted an application for a improvement grant from the Urban Renewal Agency. This project is going to entail both interior and exterior improvements and put this property back into use for a commercial office space, one that's not been seen for many, many years. I'm not even sure at all at this space. The plans include new landscaping, exterior paint, lighting in the exterior, so there's some improved safety and visibility, updated signage, and improvement to the parking areas. And then they're going to walk inside that building and remodel that fully to be able to move their business there. They're currently located in the, I think, the Pony Village Mall. So they'll be relocating to the Empire District. The ask is for $150,000, which will help with both the inside and outside of that building. And estimated total costs for the project are running at about $750,000. That includes the acquisition and those improvement elements. And just as reference point, so 1200 Newmark Avenue is the building that's at the kind of at the Y. Essentially, it is where previously the Devereaux Center was located before they moved and closed up at that location. So I think that's a good start. If there's questions, certainly happy to answer those. And then again, Mr. Alonso is here.
So you said that includes some of the acquisition cost. So have you broken it out, what the improvements are, or would the applicant be able to maybe break that out for us?
So that's actually in the packet. There are some quotes for the costs of the improvements. They're in there as invoices, but they're actually estimates.
So it was a little over 100,000. Simon, can you maybe address the total for the improvements that you're making?
You know, I was traveling today and didn't bring it with me, but I believe it was around 300 total on the improvement side, maybe 250. Nicole, do you have it in front of you? I'm sorry.
I will grab them. And
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was traveling today and was late here.
Invoices was 92.
Yes, for the that was for one of them. Yes.
Yeah.
The only comment I would make is this piece of property has had a contentious history, and we have a owner in front of us who has done exactly what we wanted. We wanted it to be welcoming, a new facade, a new lipstick on the pig, the whole 9 yards, and oh my goodness, here we are. And so when can I make the motion and say yes? I think it's really exciting to see where we're at today.
Well, we want to give anyone else who has any questions, or if Mr. Alonso would like to make any comment. So first, if I could ask any counselors online, do you have any questions?
No questions for me.
Okay. Did you have anything that you would like to add, Mr. Alonso?
It's not in the proposal, but my goal is to take the fence down. I just want to put that out there. I struggled a lot with what to do with this property, and that's why I was a little bit late in submitting this proposal, because we really wanted to have something that we could bring to you. And ultimately, my business partner and I decided that, in all honesty, we just need to put our money where our mouth was and move our offices there. So we're moving our property management office there, which I'm excited about, because my goal is to bring people to Empire, and we have about 600 units that we manage. So, if half of those people come in and pay their rent, that's 300 people that we bring into the Empire District. So
Great.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, this is a start for revitalizing Empire, and that we've all have wanted to happen. It's a goal that all of ours. This is a start. And I remember talking to Simon. Simon said he took some people out there at Empire, and they said, no, I don't think I really want to put my business here. So he wants to be the one that starts changing it, and this is where it starts. And then there's others that are interested in doing the same thing. So I applaud you, and I'm glad you're doing this, and I'm glad that the city can participate in it. Well, I hope. So.
So just totaling the estimates that are there, which are just the estimates that were accumulated to date by the time we had to put this together, there's 134,850 in estimates for, that's painting, some siding repair, landscaping, and some interior renovation costs.
Correct. And we didn't include anything that we're doing. There's more extensive stuff going downstairs, but that's the upstairs is where we're turning into all the office suites. And then we'll pay property taxes.
Okay,
For the first
I
time.
appreciate it. I wanted when you were talking about acquisition, I wanted the public to know that this money is actually going into the improvements and there's a lot more to this than just the 134 that was included
Correct.
in the public notice.
It's not talking about the lighting and the parking, those.
Yeah.
I just
this is
was
what we
trying to
gathered.
clarify that for the
For sure.
public. I just maybe didn't ask the right question. But, okay, Lucinda.
Thank you so much, Councilor Kilmer, or excuse me, President Kilmer. I would make a motion to,
Are you taking any
Oh,
no,
resident oppositions to?
we're not taking, nope, we're not taking public comment right now. The public comment period was over unless Councilor Kilmer wants to open it up.
oh, yeah, at the very beginning of the meeting, I asked for public comment. Oh,
It's up to you.
it-
Can I finish my motion and then, what do you think?
I think we would have to take the comment before
Okay,
the
sure.
motion. If you could, you know the protocol, state your name and where you.
Yeah, my name is Mike Powder, and I'm a resident of Coos Bay. I live in the Empire area. And one thing I just started to do was I started to look at urban renewal because I see these come up. I came to one where Alonzo was doing the other one, and he asked for $150,000 and to do a strip mall. And I know that particular thing, but I couldn't see exactly what it would do for the appearance of the street. You know, I drive by there a lot. But anyway, that was fine. I saw that, but it went pretty easy. Then I looked at this one, and I couldn't understand it. It says the closing is in process, so he doesn't even own the building yet, really. And then I'm going through here, not like I say, I'm looking at these estimates, and I'm seeing 134, and he's asking for 150. And I'm just wondering, well, what's going on here? Also, I do know the area very well. I ride my bike there. And the sidewalk's in total disrepair. You got a post in the middle of the sidewalk. You can't even walk around it. There's no bike lanes in front of it. It's sort of deadly. And the Y is an absolute disgusting piece of intersection. It's an embarrassment for the whole area. People wander across the street, almost getting killed a lot. There's no proper sidewalks. The Y is a total disgrace, and that's where money should be put into fixing up that area there. That would do a lot more than spending all the money on the interior of the building, and you don't really see that much of the building with a fence there anyway. So I'm having a little bit of a hard understanding as to what we're getting for our money. So that's
Thank
my
you.
input.
Mr. Lundy?
Yeah, Dean Lundy, Empire. Our urban renewal money that we pay a lot of taxes on, last time it went to painting the Dodge dealership wall gray, and we've already given this Primal Investment property $150,000 last meeting for a strip mall that nobody sees. And as far as I'm concerned, the I'm glad that the Devereaux Center is not a rehab center anymore. That has really helped the neighborhood. We've got less trash, less crime and stuff like that. But this is a private real estate development company. This money is going to be promised before the fat lady sings, and other people have wanted to do other things with that, like a bicycle hostel, a few other things that are of public benefit. This is a private a real estate development being offered our tax money before they even buy the property, and there were other people interested in doing other things with it that were more in line with public benefit. And like Mr. Powder says, we could use street lighting and bicycle infrastructure, a lot of other things. You don't see the old Devereaux Center from the street at all. And so I'm against using our urban renewal money for this project, because the project, it doesn't make sense for my tax money. Anyway, thank you. And I don't think it's fair to other development, really.
Thank you for your comments. City Manager Nicole, can you address some of the concerns that were brought up?
Yeah, I can absolutely. And I'd first offer to meet with both of you to kind of walk through what urban renewal, the intention is. So maybe there's a little bit broader understanding. And maybe you have that already. I just think we can maybe... Yeah, so I'd offer that first. And then, maybe not directly related to what our urban renewal plans offer and provide, but this property has not been on the tax roll for decades. There's been no property taxes paid for this because of the ownership being in nonprofit status. So it's now going to be moved to the tax rolls, which is what the whole purpose of urban renewal is, to increase tax increment. It will get moved to the tax rolls, and there will be improvements made to the building. So there will be values in excess of where it currently stands. Beyond that, what our plans have identified is the removal and the abatement of blight. And I think we can acknowledge that this building has been that. Again, maybe not for decades, but for a while. That's the primary purpose of urban renewal, and that is accomplished with this. Our plans speak to facade improvements. They speak to improvements that increase valuations. There are specific projects that are called out. This is not one of those, but improvements in that core is an important piece of what we're doing in Empire with the urban renewal plan.
And the money is given after the project's done and after the building's owned. It's not given up front.
And
So
they
you
have to
need to understand
provide
that. So what
invoices
you're
and
referencing
receipts.
is not accurate. Second of all,
I'm sorry. Your time was given to make comments at the podium. Now is the time for the agency to discuss this matter. But again, I would suggest that you maybe contact our city manager so you have a better understanding. And then also...
and the building's been up for sale for a long time and no one bought it. And Devereaux Center was going to go back in there. And so this is going to stop that process. Thank you.
And one other question I had, just to follow up, they had mentioned, and I don't disagree, there are some issues with the sidewalk and things like that in Empire. Is that something that urban renewal dollars can be spent on?
Yes, we do that readily in the downtown for sure. The agency has dedicated annually dollars towards sidewalk improvement. So that is something that the agency could decide to do in a future year's budget.
Okay, thank you.
I just had a question for Nicole, if I may. I think if Mr. Lundy does decide to take up your offer, I would remind him that the Boat Building Center that I think he owns also received urban renewal dollars, and the reason that it is the building today is because of the dollars that the city invested in it. A perfect example of putting dollars into a business to provide value, and I'm sure he appreciates that beautiful building he owns.
Thank
On the
you.
waterfront. All right.
I'll make a motion to approve the improvement grant request of $150,000 of eligible expenses, subject to submittal of any required permits, floodplain and structural.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the improvement grant request of $150,000 of eligible expenses for 1200 Newmark Avenue. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? The motion carries. And that is all we have to come before this body, so I will adjourn the meeting.